The team, coaches, cheerleaders, student body, administration, and fans of Atkins High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome. We are pleased that you could be here tonight as our guest. The Atkins High School and the Salem High School are playing this game tonight through an agreement entered into by both schools. These two schools are members of the Arkansas Activities Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of good sportsmanship by their conduct and cooperation with other member schools. The high school athletes performing here tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. Interscholastic athletics affords each of us the opportunity to support our teams in a very positive way through our cheers and encouragement. The officials for tonight's game are referee Mr. Barry Whittington, the head linesman Mr. Tim Hill, the line judge Mr. Stacy Barton, the umpire Mr. Mike Knuckles, and the back judge Mr. Tom Conkin. The officials are people who, by an agreement between the competing schools, are here to assign the rules and administer them throughout the game. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their part in this friendly interscholastic contest. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Mr. Scott Warren, followed by the national anthem and the alma mater.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for this night of football, and we thank you for the fans from Salem who have come tonight, and we pray you watch over them and protect them as they return home later this evening. We pray for the players and the participants in the game tonight, that you give them safety, and that the game will be played in a way that pleases you, and we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
At this time, Atkins High School is proud to present to you the 2022 Homecoming Royalty. Entering from the north end zone, sophomore maid, Steely Duval. Steely is the daughter of Brent and India Duval. She is a member of the AHS Student Council, the Science Club, Senior Beta, and Future Business Leaders of America. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team and AHS track and cross country. She is an AHS cheerleader and a member of the AHS band. She is being escorted by her father. Sophomore maid, Steely Duval. Entering from the south end zone, sophomore maid, Jasmine Edwards. Jasmine is the daughter of Elizabeth Cornelius and Jason Edwards. She is a member of the Science Club, Senior Beta, and the FBLA. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team, AHS track and cross country. She is an AHS cheerleader and a member of the AHS band. She is being escorted by her brother, Aiden Hill. Sophomore maid, Jasmine Edwards. Entering from the north end zone, junior maid, Abby Grace Cunningham. Abby Grace is the daughter of Randy and Bill Mazar and Brad Cunningham. She is a member of the FBLA and the photography club and is the president of the junior class. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team and the basketball team and AHS track. She attends Crow Mountain First Baptist Church. She is being escorted by her father. She's being escorted by her mother, junior maid, Abby Grace Cunningham. Entering from the south end zone, junior maid, Libby May. Libby is the daughter of Anthony and Amber May. She is a member of Senior Beta, the FBLA, and Teens for Christ. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil softball team and is the basketball team manager. She attends Pottsville Assembly of God. She is being escorted by her father. Junior maid, Libby May. Entering from the north end zone, senior maid, Jamie Chronister. Jamie is the daughter of Timmy and Shelley Chronister. She is a member of Future Business Leaders of America, the FCCLA, Senior Beta, Teens for Christ, and the AHS Student Council. She is a member of the AHS tennis team. She attends Union Grove Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend Arkansas Tech University at Ozark to pursue a degree in cardiac sonogram. She is being escorted by her father, senior maid Jamie Chronister. Entering now from the south end zone, senior maid Caitlin Isley. Caitlin is the daughter of Matt Isley and Amber Isley. She is student body president, secretary of the senior class, president of the photography club, and a member of Future Business Leaders of America, the Senior Beta, the Science Club, the FCCLA, and Teens for Christ. She attends Union Grove Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend Southeastern Oklahoma State University to play volleyball and will pursue a degree in podiatry. She is being escorted by her father, senior maid Caitlin Isley. And now, entering from the east end of the field on the 50-yard line, please stand for your 2022 homecoming queen, Lexi Gooden. Lexi is the daughter of BJ and Brandy Gooden. She is a member of the AHS Student Council, the Photography Club, Senior Beta, FCCLA, and the Future Business Leaders of America. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball, basketball, and softball teams, and she is also an AHS cheerleader. She attends Atkins First Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and pursue a degree in nursing. Homecoming queen, Lexi Gooden. The coronation ceremony will be completed by 2021 homecoming queen Tegan Duval and high school principal Chris Taylor. Lexi will be escorted off the field by her father. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2022 Atkins High School Homecoming Royalty.
told her, I said, we're kicking off. We're starting early.
Hayden Martin on the return of the Guppy kick. Number 16, Hunter Sizemore making the stop. Red Devils start first and 10 at their own 37. Martin on the quarterback keeper. All the way up to the 45. 33, Leighton Birmingham on the stop. Quarterback Jaden Martin on the keeper once again. He will pick up the first down. Skylar Payne making the stop for the Greyhounds. First and 10 Red Devils at the Greyhound 44.
All right, Red Devil fans, we are here at Lindley Field, Sorrel Stadium. We are already underway as the action has already started, and we've had two plays where Jaden Martin has picked up a first down carrying the ball on quarterback keepers, and he's now in. Red Devils are now into Greyhound territory on the Greyhound 42 with a 2nd and 8. I'm Shane Martin, man calls all your Red Devil action. I'm joined here with Scott Warren, my broadcast partner. And Scott, here we go. We just jumped right into it.
Yeah, homecoming night. Let's get it started.
This is opening possession, and if I'm correct, this is Red Devils' 4th play on this drive, and it's a handoff to Hayden Dubog. Tried to go over the left side, and he may get back to the line of scrimmage right there as Leighton Birmingham makes the stop for the Greyhounds.
We talked about it the last couple of weeks, Shane. Hayden has been a little bit gimpy with that ankle, and on the previous play, he came up a little, limping a little bit, favoring that ankle, and got the carry on that last play, and it looked like maybe that ankle is giving him some problems.
So it will be 3rd and 7 now. Well, really, that's about 3rd and 9 right now for the Red Devils. Shotgun formation, empty backfield, trips to the left. Twins to the right. Here's the snap. Jaden, and it's going to be he's going to overshoot his man as he was trying to hit Sims right there, Lucas Sims, and he was a little bit high with it, and it's going to bring up 4th and 9.
He had Sims shallow, and Dawson Killer was a little deeper, and there was a Salem defender in between who almost came up with the interception, but the Red Devils will face 4th down here.
All right, 4th and 9, and we'll get you set up here just as soon as we can. Jaden is trying to do the hard count, and now he looks like he's going to drop back into punting formation. Here's the snap. Jaden, little sidewinder kick over to the right side. Nobody there. It goes out of bounds. And the Greyhounds will start out 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. All right, Scott, let's get them caught up real quick. Red Devils coming in. Like you said, this is homecoming here tonight. Big crowd for the Atkins Red Devils. A lot of alumni here. A lot of reunions going on this weekend. And Red Devils come into this one 0-4. Tough non-conference stretch and couldn't pick. Didn't get a win, but you know what? Got the experience, got some playing time, and new season tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Matt Porter talked about it in the coaches' show that we played before the game. You know, this is a new season. This is where the conference season starts, and it's not too late. All of the goals that the Red Devils have are ahead of them.
And here's the handoff right off the bat. And good job by the Red Devil line right there. Let me get the ball carrier for you. That is number 1, Nick Ortiz. Landon Seaton along with Dawson Killer on the stop, and they're going to give him 2, make it 2nd and 8.
And Shane, we're going to see a heavy dose of that tonight. Salem is a run offense. They're going to pack the backfield. They're going to run I formation. They're going to show some old school formations here and run the ball a lot tonight.
Look like Lucas Downs is your quarterback for, and hits a little dump off pass, and he overshoots his man right there. As Leighton Birmingham, he was wide open going down that middle seam, but Downs' pass was a little high.
Yeah, and I said they're gonna run the ball a lot, and right on cue they threw it. And I think that they thought maybe the Red Devils had scouted and knew that they were going to run, and they thought they'd catch them sleeping on the first pass there. And you know, they will throw it, and they're pretty effective when they do decide to throw it. But by and large, their bread and butter is the run game.
Scott, I talked to defensive coordinator Jeff Harrelson this week. He said it's a different type of scheme that he's using this week. He said it's kind of like a goal line defense.
Yeah, you can see the Red Devils have stacked the box here because they're expecting Salem to run.
And here's the snap. And Downs is going to try to throw again. He's got pressure as Reinhardt, but Downs gets away as Reinhardt lost containment right there. He come flying in there. And if you come flying in, you got to get hands on him.
That's the thing about a run defense is everybody has to maintain their assignments. There are going to be a lot of fakes. There's going to be a lot of misdirection. And if you bite on those fakes and get out of position, you can get burned. And that's what happened that time. The quarterback pulled the ball out, made it to the outside. There was nobody home, and Lucas Sims was able to make the tackle on the sideline there to prevent any further damage.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds on their own 41-yard line. And here's the snap, and it's a handoff, and that's going to be a good 7 or 8 yard pickup right there as Landon Seaton brings him down.
Elijah Romine on the carry for.
And that is Elijah Romine on the carry, number 18.
Coming over to make the play for the Red Devils.
They're going to give him 9, and it'll make it 2nd and 1. Ball's at midfield.
For the Greyhounds, ball right at midfield.
Downs is your quarterback. Takes a snap, handoff, going over the left side, and the Red Devil defensive line does a great job right there stacking it. He's going to get the first down, but defensive line did a good job stacking him up right there.
Yeah, it looked like they were able to meet him before he got to the line of scrimmage, and for a moment there it looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss, but fell forward and got the first down.
So that was Elijah Romine again on the carry. It's 1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds on the Red Devil 48-yard line. Scott, this is a different look. We always see shotguns, but this quarterback's staying under center.
Under center, I formation behind him, and they're running again.
There goes the big man right there, and he is breaking tackles and gets inside the 15. That's Elijah Romine on the carry before Landon Phillips runs him down.
Yeah, that was actually Lucas Sims made the tackle there inside the 15, and he was the last Red Devil defender there between the Salem ball carrier and the end zone, so he prevented the touchdown that play.
So it will be 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 14-yard line. Downs is your quarterback. Romine is dotting the I right there. And it's going to be a pitch to Romine. Romine is going to go cut back to the left side. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Touchdown, Greyhounds. Number 18, Elijah Romine.
7:01 here in the first, and the Greyhounds have taken it in from 14 yards. Scott, I mean, Elijah Romine is a big tailback.
He's a big physical runner, and you're going to have to break down and get in front of him to tackle him. He's going to bust right through arm tackles.
Downs, underneath center, pitch out, Romine. Romine is not going to get in. 2-point conversion is no good.
Great job there by 23 Sebastian Bartlett coming in from the end of the defensive line there and making that tackle. And that's what we just talked about, Shane. You're going to have to form tackle Romine. He's a big kid, and you're not going to drag him down with just a handful of jersey. You're not going to be able to stick your arm out and pull him down. You got to break down, put your shoulder into him, and that's exactly what Sebastian Bartlett did there to keep it at 6-0.
So now, this is what we need to see after the non-conference games. We need to see, you're behind now. Now, go answer.
Right, yeah. And the Red Devils got the ball to start and looked like a good drive going, but it stalled out. And you punt the ball to them, and Salem ran the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. And now it is time for the Red Devils to respond.
What kind of confidence do you think that would give that offense if, okay, you're down, but you go down and you answer right there, and they'll say, okay, we can do this.
I don't think we can measure what kind of confidence it will give these guys. As you mentioned, it's been a tough start, 0-4,
right.
and several of those games have not been close. And these guys need a confidence boost, and I think to be able to answer on this drive,
score early in the game.
Yeah,
score early. So here's the kick down the middle of the field, and this is going to be Reinhardt picking it up on about the 24. And Reinhardt's going to go backwards, and he is going to be brought down around the 15. Once again, Romine is everywhere, and he makes the stop. But the Red Devils will have 1st and 10 now. They're going to mark it on the 16.
So not the starting field position that we would like to open this drive, but this is what you have to work with, and now it's time for the offense to go to work. And really, I think, Shane, what we want to see here is you want to see the offensive line establish some dominance here. You want to push this Salem defensive front back and give our running back and our quarterback a chance to make some plays here with their legs, with their arm. If you're Jaden Martin to make some passes, we need time for him to throw, and the Red Devil offensive line is the key to that.
Martin shotgun fakes it, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Martin going off the left side. He's looking for a hole, and he just couldn't get outside right there, and he's going to be stopped about at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a half yard there. Not much.
You're talking about the offensive line there. You've got right tackle Landon Seaton, right guard Carter Cheek, centers J.J. Cunningham. Then you have Connor Norman and Colin Brown on the left side.
And we've got some size on the offensive line. We've got some experience on the offensive line. So these guys need to answer the bell here.
Here's the snap. Martin looking, and now he's being pressured, and he's trying to get away, and he's going to go down. I thought he dumped it off, but no, he's going to go down back at the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 6, so it will be 3rd down for the Red Devils on their own 6-yard line.
That's number 72, Payne for Salem. With the pressure on the quarterback, Jaden Martin was able to bring him down for the sack there.
So it is 3rd and 19 now. Here's Martin. Martin dropping straight back. He lets it fly down the middle of the field. He's got a man, and it's caught. It is caught.
What a catch by Lucas Sims.
Lucas Sims with the catch, and the Red Devils are out of the hole up to the 45-yard line.
Great pass by Jaden Martin, and Lucas Sims made an incredible catch with the defender right in his face. And he was able somehow to come down with that ball. A huge gain for the Red Devils, exactly what they needed.
Quarterback Jaden Martin on the keeper. He's across midfield down to the 48.
Martin on the quarterback keeper right there. He gets across midfield and he gets into Greyhound territory to the 48-yard line. So it will be 2nd and 3 for the Red Devils. Martin, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Handoff Duval. Duval's going to be nailed. He may not. He's going to lose a yard right there. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Skylar Payne on the stop.
Big third down here for the Red Devils. After that long pass play, I'd like to see this drive continue.
So it will be 3rd and 4 now for the Red Devils on the Greyhound 49-yard line. Oh, there's the hard count right there, and there's the flag.
And that will continue the drive. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. We need 4 for the first down. We'll take it.
So the Red Devils will pick up 1st and 10 now on the Greyhound 44.
5 yards, it'll be a Red Devil 1st and 10 at the Salem 44.
Here's the snap. Martin dropping straight back. Martin looking. Martin lets it fly, and it's going to be intercepted. And it's going to be intercepted by Dalton Stewart for the Greyhounds.
Good protection there for Jaden Martin. He just had trouble finding a receiver that he wanted to go to, and when he did feel the pressure, the pocket started to collapse. He threw it up, and Salem made the play on it.
3:21 left here in the first quarter. Red Devils trailing 6-0. Lucas Downs is your quarterback. Now he's in shotgun. This is a whole different set, Scott. Here it is. It's going to be a handoff to Romine going over the right side. Romine's got plenty of daylight. Romine getting across midfield, and one man to beat for Romine. And Romine is going to be run down finally. And we got a flag back here, Scott.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I thought there should have been a flag there. Eli Baker is the one who slowed him down, the ball carrier down, to allow Hayden Duval to make the tackle. But this flag is going to bring it back. I believe we're going to have a hold there on the right side of the Salem line.
So the call is holding against the Greyhounds. So break for the Red Devil defense after Romine went well over 50 yards.
Yeah, that was a long run.
Greyhounds. Signal from our referee.
So it will be 1st and 6 now for the Greyhounds.
That penalty happened downfield during that run, so you mark off the 10 yards and it leaves them with a 1st and 6. Kind of odd to hear 1st and 6, but that's where that comes from. Downs,
here's your quarterback, takes it. Now he hands it off to Romine coming over to the other side. Romine now is cutting across into the middle of the field.
Landon Seaton makes the tackle.
So it will be 1st and 10, though, for the Greyhounds on their own 38-yard line. We want to remind everybody, stay tuned after the game for our Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game. Here's the fake, and now it's a handoff to
number 3, Caleb Linery.
Caleb Listenring on the carry.
And he's going to get, they're going to give him 4, make it 2nd and 6.
He was stood up and driven back by several Red Devils, but forward progress gives him 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6.
To bring up 2nd and 6.
Here's Downs. Downs, a little dump off pass. He's got Romine. Romine going down. No, that's not Romine. That is Spencer Jackson. Spencer Jackson.
Off the ball. They're going to say he was down by contact there at about the 22, 21. They're going to mark him back at the 24.
Scott, right there on that play, though, Braden Jones was on that play, and it is really good to see him back.
Yeah, you know, Conley Christian game was just a couple of weeks ago, and he lay on the field for a long time and had to be taken off in an ambulance. It is good to see him back out there.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds in Red Devil territory. Here's Downs rolling out to his left. Downs fires into the flat, and it's complete. And that is Romine on that reception, and he just stumbled out of bounds, so it will be another 1st down for the Greyhounds.
So as we said, Shane, this Salem offense is run heavy, but when they have passed the ball, they've been very effective with it. The tight end, drag down the middle, and then you've got Romine coming out of the backfield or on the other side of the formation for a nice gain there.
We saw run that first drive, and now they're mixing it up and showing some pass on this drive. So it's 1st and goal now on the 9. 1:31 left here in the first. And we're going to have a timeout now. So with that, we will take a break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on the Eagle 99.3. We'll be back in 30. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium, homecoming 2022 here tonight. Homecoming queen was single Lexi Gooden and all of her royalty. They had the ceremony before the game, and we've got alumni in the crowd, big crowd here, reunions this weekend. It's just a good time and stuff, and you just really would love to see the Red Devils pull that first victory out.
Yeah, it'd be a great time for first victory, not only homecoming, but because, as we said before, this is the start of the conference season. This is a 3A2 conference game, and you'd love to start the conference season 1-0.
1st and goal on the 9, and here's the handoff to Romine. Romine pushing. Seaton, wow. Seaton just grabbed him and did the belly-to-belly slam.
Yeah, not quite a suplex, but no. It was pretty close.
And, no matter how big the back is, it don't bother Landon Seaton. He'll take on anybody.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you have to do. You have to wrap him up. And Landon slung him back, but they give him forward progress, so they're going to give him the 6-yard line. Romines is a big back, a physical back, as we said before. So it takes that kind of effort to bring him down.
So now we got the full house backfield back here, Scott, on 2nd and goal at the 5. And it's going to be Downs rolling out and touchdown as he completed the pass to number 2, Dalton Stewart.
And that ball, I believe, Shane, was intended for number 11, Aiden Swindle. He actually got a hand on it, and number 2, Dalton Stewart, was able to catch it off of the carom. So good job on his part by just maintaining concentration, pulling that ball in for the touchdown to make it 12-0 Salem with the 2-point conversion pending.
So 43 seconds left here in the first, and Greyhounds are on the board again. Here's the 2-point conversion. Downs dropping straight back. He's got a little pressure, and he dumps it off into the flat, and it is complete to Ortiz for the 2-point conversion.
With the 2-point reception, and with 43 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, it's the visiting Greyhounds 14, the Red Devils 0.
So Scott, once again, we're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you're staring down a 2-touchdown deficit here with just a few seconds left in the first quarter. But as we said before, this would be a good time to answer and let the offense develop a little bit of confidence. We've moved the ball, but the drives have stalled out so far. Some good things have been put on display here tonight by the Red Devil offense. We just need to maintain these drives and finish them with some points.
You could still, we talked about it, you could still answer here early and still just gain all kinds of confidence.
Right, and I think just staying in the game at this point would be a huge lift for the Red Devils. They need some positive things to happen. Haven't caught a lot of breaks in the non-conference schedule so far, and it'd be nice to catch one here on homecoming night.
I tell you what would set the spark right now is one of those good old Hayden Duval kickoff returns.
A patented 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown from Hayden Duval.
But you know Salem has scouted, and they're not going to kick to him.
Well, if they've done their homework, they're not going to.
And here's the kick, and once again they're staying away from him, and they're going to go to Reinhardt. Reinhardt's going to pick it up on the 10. Reinhardt's looking for a lane, and he's coming back across the field, and he's going to get to the 15 before he was hammered there by Nolan Bassam.
And they're going to give him the 17, it looks like, but just not a lot of room to run. I think he had some room on the right side. He had a couple of blockers set up out here, but he tried to work it back to the middle of the field and catch a seam, and Salem closed in and made the tackle before he could get any room.
So the Red Devils start out 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line, 38 seconds left here in the first. Trailing 14-0 to the Greyhounds of Salem. First time opponent for the Red Devils.
And again, Shane, we're backed up here in our own end. Not good field position to start this drive, but the Red Devil offense can move the ball.
Here's the handoff to Hayden Duval. Tried to go over the left side there and not going to get anything. As we're going to go with Skylar Payne on the stop for the Greyhounds.
72, Skylar Payne.
Hayden might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Along with
They marked him about a yard back. So,
and Scott, I believe that was going to be the final play of the first quarter here, as Atkins looks like they're content to let the clock run down, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. It's the Salem Greyhounds 14, the Atkins Red Devils 0. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back here on the Eagle 99. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Atkins Red Field Sorrel Stadium, homecoming 2022. And the Red Devils have fallen behind here in the first half, 14-0 to Salem. And Scott, we knew what we were going to see here tonight. Powerful running game. But they kind of showed us a little diversity there on their second drive. They threw the ball a lot and they see that the Red Devils are stacking the box and thinking, okay, we can get some people out there.
Yeah, it's a classic case of using the run game to set up the pass game. That first drive was almost exclusively run the ball. They came down, scored. The second drive, they started off running the ball, then they hit a couple of pass plays for some big gains. Were able to score the second touchdown, and that's where we sit right now, 14-0 as we start the second quarter.
So it will be 2nd and 11 for the Red Devils on their own, looks about the 16-yard line there. It's an empty backfield for Jaden Martin, and he's dropping straight back, and now here comes that bubble screen, and it is incomplete, intended for Reinhardt, and it was set up.
They had it set up well.
Boy, it was.
Just was not able to connect on the pass there.
It was set up right there as Reinhardt come around and had the blocker set up and just falls incomplete. It's just one of those things that when those things start happening, there's no telling what will happen for us. All right, it is 3rd and 11, trips to the left. Hayden Duval in the backfield with him. And there's the hard count, and they bit.
So that makes it 3rd and 11, 3rd and 6. A little more manageable there.
You know, Scott, last night me and you were both at the junior high game, and we got to see something rare. We got to see the hard count applied like 5 or 6 times on the opening drive, and it worked every time.
It worked every time. Yeah, it was amazing how many times that worked. And I think the Salem coaching staff got a little tired of seeing it.
So it is 3rd and 6 now. Here's the snap. Martin rolling out, and he fires it. Has a man wide open, but he overshoots Reinhardt and almost intercepted there as Aiden Swingle had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So it is now 4th and 6 for the Red Devils.
Pass just a little too tall for Drake Reinhardt there. He found a soft spot in that Salem defense, and again, one of those things, if you make the completion there, if you make that connection, it's a good gainer, but it falls incomplete.
So 4th and 6 on your own 22, and here's the punt formation. Jaden Martin will drop straight back now. They will throw back Stewart, and Martin looked like the kick went off the side of his foot right there. And boy, Greyhounds are going to be set up in good field position right now.
Yeah, they're going to mark it right at the 35, the Red Devil 35. So short field for Salem to work with. That puts the Red Devil defense, puts their backs against the wall here as Salem starts this drive.
So 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds on the Red Devil 35-yard line, 11:46 left here in the first half, and it's 14-0 Salem over your Atkins Red Devils. And here's another empty backfield, shotgun formation. Greyhounds are showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Here's the snap. Downs rolling out to the right. Downs is going to try to get around the corner, and he does, and he makes a good cut, spin down to the 25.
Landon Phillips brought him down, but Landon Seaton was in hot pursuit.
So it will be down to the 26-yard line.
2nd and 1.
And it's going to make it 2nd and 1. Scott Lucas Downs has some wheels.
He does. You know, even though he's back in shotgun formation looking to pass, he's a threat to run every time.
Here's the snap. And they're looking for the wheel route, and the Red Devils get good pressure, and it's intercepted by Phillips. Phillips has got down the far sideline, and Phillips is going to be brought down into Greyhound territory. Right there, Scott, is a break that you need, and you got to capitalize on
Absolutely. As I said, you know, the Red Devils defense started this drive with their backs against the wall. Salem had fantastic field position, and you need something like that to kind of change the momentum. It was one of those situations, Shane, we've seen so many times in the non-conference schedule so far where things just kind of start to snowball against the Red Devils, and they needed a break. We mentioned that earlier. They got it here. Now let's see if the offense can capitalize.
We had a flag on the play. So we're waiting to see what the call is. You know, Scott, we could see it setting up there. They were going to run that wheel route down that far sideline, and he was wide open, but Downs didn't see him.
Yeah, they had two two receivers in the pattern on that far side from our broadcast position, and there was one defender there, and he was kind of in between, trying to decide who do I want to cover. And the quarterback for Salem just was not able to make the right decision, and he threw into coverage, and Jackson Phillips was there for the interception.
We're still waiting to see what the call is. We've got the officials up here where the tackle was made, but the flag was back here. But he's picked up the flag back here. So we're waiting to see.
A lengthy discussion from the officials here, and they're going to mark the penalty
Wow.
against Salem. And that's a big one.
It's a 15-yard personal foul penalty against the Greyhounds.
And I'm not sure what the call was there, Shane. I didn't.
Well, it seems to be the debate up here.
After the play was over, a 15-yard penalty against the Greyhounds. Red Devils start.
Well, I'm not going to argue with it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
We got a break on the interception and a break on the penalty, and now this puts the Red Devil offense in good shape to start this drive.
1st and 10 now on the Greyhound 32-yard line. 10:51 left here in the first half. Trips to the left. Empty backfield for Martin. Martin, quarterback keeper, going up the middle. And, boy, he hit the hole hard, but he didn't get anywhere with it.
Now that hole closed up quickly.
Spencer Jackson, the first man there for
So
Greyhounds.
Spencer Jackson makes the stop, and they're going to give him a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9.
I really thought when he took that shotgun snap and pulled it down to run that he was going to have an opportunity to pick up several yards there, but like I said, that hole closed up in a hurry.
So Martin's still in the empty backfield. He's got trips to the left. Twins out to the right now. Here's the snap, and now Martin's going to run with it to the left. Now he tries to cut back. Tried to come back inside. He probably would have made a little bit more if he could have beat this guy to the corner.
Yeah, and I don't know, what he was seeing, but from up here,
We can guess. I mean, we can tell you. But you got to look at it through his eyes.
Right, he doesn't have the advantage of being up on top of the field and seeing the whole thing open up, but he did have some room if he had kept going out to the left side. And like you said, he tried to cut it back inside, and there was a defender there who was being blocked, but he just was able to shed his block and make the tackle there.
So it is 3rd and 8 now for the Red Devils. Martin, he has Duval in the backfield with him, and now he's going to roll out to the right. He's got a man down the field, and it is broken up. Nice play as a man was open, but Sizemore broke it up.
Yeah, good play on the ball. For a moment there, it looked like that was going to be a big gainer, big completion there, and the defender, Sizemore, made a good play on the ball and cut in front of the pass at the last second to knock it away.
So now it is 4th down, and you're in no man's land. You're going to go. You need that. You got to take the shot.
Right, and this is, we started this drive with great field position, the interception and the penalty, and you want to take advantage of that.
Here's the snap. Martin, he's got pressure coming from the backside. Martin fires out in the flat and just letting a little bit too much as it goes incomplete, intended for Reinhardt.
Pass intended for Reinhardt goes incomplete. The ball will go over on downs to.
You had to take that shot because that is just as good, as a punt, putting them back, because looking where they were.
Right.
So you had to take that chance.
Yeah, you flipped the field already with the interception and the penalty, so nothing at all wrong with going for it on 4th down there, and that was a good play call.
And as you can see down here, it's a teaching situation. Coach Porter, he's got his young quarterback over there and talking to him.
Sophomore quarterback, Coach Porter is telling him, set your feet. Make sure you make a good pass there in that situation.
So here we go again with the Romine show, and he goes over to the left side, but Landon Seaton brings him down after a gain of a couple.
Sebastian Bartlett was right around his knees, and Landon Seaton up top, and they combined to bring down Romines. And we've said it before, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take one guy at least wrapping him up, but it helps if you have two.
It just amazing. It's fun to watch Landon Seaton because he don't care what size back you are.
Yeah, he's got a good motor.
Always around the ball, too.
And a sophomore at that.
Yeah.
Downs is underneath center. Now he's going to flip it out, pitch out left side, and Romine's going to be brought down there, and that's Bartlett again, Sebastian Bartlett.
Yeah. Great play by Sebastian Bartlett.
So it is third down. So here now your defense is playing tough, forced to third down here. So you need to stand tall.
Ball at the 35-yard line.
And
Will be third down and 4 for the Greyhounds.
make a stand right here.
Yeah, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, the Red Devil defense, good opportunity for them to stand up and make a play here.
So here's the pitch, and coming over to the right side is Romine, and Romine is going to have a first down close to midfield.
For the Greyhounds all the way up to the
Drake
48
Reinhardt
yard
had
first down.
contained on the near side there and turned Romines back inside, and he was able to pick up enough for the first down and then some.
So 1st and 10 now for
Red Devils.
the Greyhounds on their own 48-yard line. 7:45 left here in the first half, and the Red Devils trail 14-0.
They pretty much run their
Scott, we've seen every formation possible in this first half from Salem. And here's the handoff Romine, and Romine's going to plow forward for about 8 right
Romine again
there.
on the carry.
We've seen a lot of formations, but now it just
Bartlett once again.
the coach from Salem's like, I could just give him a dose of Romine right now.
Yeah, that seems to be
Number
working.
15,
He's
Jackson Phillips.
he's picking up chunks of yardage, and I think they would be content just running it right up the middle, 7-8 yards of play, and taking it right to the end zone. The Red Devils are going to have to adjust to that and be physical with this physical running back.
So it is 2nd and 2 as we're under 7 minutes left here in the first half. Downs underneath center takes the snap, and he was going to ride that belly dive. And he was going to ride it, and he rode it, and almost did not.
Romine.
They had almost a communication problem right there.
Yeah, he didn't let go of that ball until the very last second, but he made the right decision.
Right. So he's got the 1st and 10 now. That is such a dangerous play. If you don't trust your quarterback and running back have to have good trust.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go wrong in that mesh point between the quarterback and the running back.
1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds, and Coach Porter wants a timeout. He wants to talk to his defense. 6:12 left. Red Devils trail 14-0. We'll take a 30-second break here on 99.3 The All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium, homecoming 2022. Big crowd here tonight. Watching the Red Devils take on Salem Greyhounds for the first time, and Red Devils trail 14-0. And Scott, we were just talking about there at the break. We're seeing a better effort here tonight by the defense. I mean, they are pursuing, they're tackling, and they're going up against a very, very physical football team. So. It's a good effort right now.
A big, strong run game here from Salem, and nothing wrong at all with the effort that the Red Devils are putting in so far.
1st and 10 on the Red Devil 42. Now Downs is in a shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Oh, there's a fumble. Loose football. And the Greyhounds recovered. That is Downs falling on the loose football, the quarterback getting it back.
You just talked about it, Shane, that mesh point, that handoff between the quarterback and the running back. When they come up the middle like that, there's so many things that can go wrong. That ball popped right into Carter Cheek's hands as he was able to make his way through his blocker, and somehow or another, the Salem quarterback was able to recover that ball. I don't know if Carter was just surprised that he found that ball in his hands and just couldn't hold on to it, but a break there for Salem.
So it's 2nd and 12 as they're going to mark it a 2-yard loss. And here's Downs rolling out to his right. Downs looking, fires into the flat and fires it low, and it is going to go incomplete as it was intended for Aiden Swingle.
Good coverage there by the Red Devil secondary. Really nobody to throw to, and the only thing that the quarterback could do on that play was just throw it in the dirt.
Scott, you've got 5:24 left here in the first half. This is 3rd and 12. This is a big 3rd down right here. You have a chance to get them off the field and get your offense back on the field here before the end of the first half.
And still plenty of time to mount a drive and put some points on the board before halftime, but it all hinges on stopping this drive for Salem.
And here's the fake. And Downs is going down. Red Devil defensive line, that goal line defense right there really made the play as Carter Cheek was right there on it, and I'm trying to get
it looked like
Braden Jones.
It looked like Hayden Duval was the first one there, and I thought for a moment he had a chance to swipe the ball away from the Salem quarterback, but that's a huge play on 3rd down. It puts Salem in a 4th and long.
So 4th and 17, and it's the little Australian kick.
The rugby punt.
And it's going to go all the way down to the 6-yard line where the Red Devils will start out 1st and 10. Wow, I haven't seen a high school kid do the running rugby kick.
The run-out rugby punt, yeah. It was effective. Got a good roll on that ball, and it pins the Red Devils inside their own 10-yard line to start this drive.
But you got to look at the positive of that, and the Red Devil D held.
Yeah, big play on that 3rd down. You talked about how critical that 3rd and 12 play was, and able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback and bring him down to put him in 4th and long and force him to punt there.
So 4:41 left here in the first half, and the Red Devils have it deep in their own territory on their own 6. Trips to the left. Here's Jaden Martin, quarterback keeper. He's looking for some room, and Jaden maybe gets a couple right there going over the right side.
Just trying to pick his way through and be patient and wait for an opening. And one never really opened up. He was able to get a couple of yards there to give him some breathing room.
We've seen Jaden have better running lanes when he hits hard. When he hits the hole hard.
Yeah, he's a sophomore and he's taking his licks off to an 0-4 start, and you wonder how much that plays into it. But when he's decisive in the pass game and in the run game, he is so much more effective.
Here's Martin dropping straight back, and here comes the rush, and they set it up. Wow. Once again, it was set up right there, and Hayden Duval had the blockers there in front of him, but the pass was just a little high.
Yeah, if he just had a little more air under that ball, just kind of lofted up there, Hayden may have had a chance to bring it in and make a play. He did have some blockers out in front of him, that another screen play that was set up perfectly. So, so far that screen has been there. The Red Devils just haven't been able to connect on it.
So it is now 3rd and 8 for the Red Devils. Here's the snap. Martin looking. Now he's going to tuck and run, and he's going to get about to the 10-yard line.
Martin on the quarterback scramble. He'll make it out to the 10-yard line before he's
and that will bring up 4th down. And Scott, hate to say it, but Greyhounds are going to have plenty of time left.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks that way.
Martin now will drop back. And here's his kick. And it's a low, and it's taken at the 35. and he's going around the 20 and going to be brought down just inside the 20. That was almost Swingle looked like he was catching a pass right there.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that Salem didn't get a hand on that punt. They had some pressure back in Jaden Martin's face as he was back to make that punt, and so I think maybe that ball was tipped just a little bit. It came out kind of funny, and like you said, it looked almost like a pass was completed there to Swingle, who was back to receive the punt.
At 7 o'clock, they'll play host to the Perryville Mustangs.
So here's Downs. He's got 3 minutes left on the clock here on the Red Devil 20. And he's going to hand off Romine. Romine's going straight up the gut. Romine is just busting tackles down inside the 3-yard line as he was finally brought down by Eli Baker.
Yeah, another one of those plays where, you just hand it to number 18 and he's able to.
It looks like a freight train, though.
Yeah. We talked a while ago about how Jaden was kind of having to pick his spots, and you don't see that at all when they turn and hand it to Romine. He is hitting the hole hard, and like you said, he's running people over, he's stepping over them. He's just getting pretty much whatever he wants at this point.
All right, there's a timeout on the field. With that, we'll take a break. 2:46 left in the first half. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle, back in 30. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium. 2:46 left in the first half. Red Devils trailing 14-0. But Scott, Greyhounds are set up. 1st and goal on the 3 as Romine, as we said, just looked like a locomotive, went right through the middle of the Red Devil defense and was finally tripped up by Eli Baker on the 3.
Yeah, short punt and a good return set them up at about the 20-yard line, and Romine's on the first play was able to pick up 17 yards, and now the Salem Greyhounds are knocking on the door once again.
So 1st and goal on the 3. Downs is going to be underneath center. Romine is dotting that. It's kind of an offset eye there. And it's going to be Romine. Romine is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Number 18.
The left side of that line just blew a hole for him to run through. He hasn't needed a lot of help tonight, but he got it on that play.
So 3-yard run by Romine makes it 20-0. And here's the 2-point conversion. Downs rolling out to the right. He's got a man open in the back of the end zone, but he overshoots him, and it's going to be a break for the Red Devils as 2-point conversion is no good, leaving our score at 20-0 with 2:43 left here in the first half. Scott, next week we're back on the road. We're going down to Mustang Land.
Down to Perryville, an old conference foe. So
they always stick with us, no
Yeah,
matter
they do.
how bad the Red Devils get treated in the conference. Perryville's right there
Perryville's
with us.
always there. Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're going down there, and boy, going back to those 2 games, the last 2 years, Red Devils win 2 years ago on the final play of the game down there, Wyatt Kaufman, and then last year out here, their quarterback, Tyler Gibbons, goes in at the 1-yard line on the final play. So looking forward to a big battle against the Perryville Mustangs.
Should be a good game if the last 2 years are any indication. Like you said, both of them come right down to the wire, and hopefully the Red Devils have a solid game plan and come out and get the win at Perryville next week.
So we have it teed up. Reinhardt is deep along with Hayden Duval. Well, they're staying away from Hayden too. They kicked away from him all night. Oh, here it is. We done a great job by the Red Devil front line right there. Lucas Sims comes up. We knew it was coming after seeing junior high last night. And you made a comment in the pregame out here. They were working on it.
They were working on it.
So we knew it was coming.
Yeah, they were going to pull that out at some point. And last night in the junior high game, they did it up 36-0, 38-0. I don't remember what the score was when they did that. Kind of a surprising move, and they're up 20-0 here. And thought they might catch the Red Devils napping on that, but Lucas Sims made a heads-up play. And I'm not sure if Lucas had let that go, if it would have gone 10 yards. That ball was dying pretty quickly.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils on the Greyhound 48. Here's Hayden Duval. Hayden is going to get up to the 46 right there. Gain of a couple.
Duval on the carry. Jackson on the stop for the Greyhounds.
So
inside 2.5 minutes here before the half, and again, it sounded like a broken record, but I think a score here before halftime would do wonders for the confidence of these Red Devils.
2nd and 8 now on the Greyhound 46. Martin takes the snap, dropping straight back, looking. Now he's got a little pressure. Now he's going to come out, and he's going to fall forward to the 44 right
Martin
there.
on the scramble. He was tripped up by number 1, Nick Ortiz. And it'll bring up
As Ortiz brings him down.
3rd. And we'll call it 7 for the Red Devils.
It will be 3rd and 7 now for the Red Devils on the Greyhound 45-yard line, and we are about a minute and a half left here in the first half. Red Devils trail 20-0. Martin is going to have an empty backfield. Trips to the right. Reinhardt is split out to the left. Jaden takes the snap, rolling out to his right. He's got pressure coming from the backside. Jaden, and now oh my word, boy, Jaden Martin just took a lick from Nick Ortiz.
Quarterback.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. Jaden Martin popped right up.
Right after the line of scrimmage by number 1, Nick Ortiz.
Wow.
You cannot question the toughness of this sophomore quarterback.
So Salem's going to call a timeout. We'll take a break with that. It is 20-0, Salem over the Red Devils. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3. The Eagle will be back in. Field, Sorrel Stadium, minute 8 left on the clock here in the first half. Red Devils are looking at 4th and 7 on the Greyhound 45-yard line after quarterback Jaden Martin he's got to be seeing stars right now, Scott.
Yeah, that was a hard hit by Nick Ortiz. Jaden, the pocket collapsed on him, and he was trying to find room on that right side to run, and Nick Ortiz came up and delivered a hard shot to Jaden Martin, but to his credit, he popped right up.
So 4th and 7 for the Red Devils, and Jaden he is in that little, tried the hard count. Now he's going to run the fake, and he throws it back, and it's incomplete.
Martin's pass was intended for Reinhardt.
And it will go over now to the Greyhounds.
Again, tried to set up that screen to Drake Reinhardt and just couldn't quite make the connection. Reinhardt was able to get a hand on it, couldn't bring it in.
So it will be 1st and 10 now for the Greyhounds on their own 45-yard line. They have 1:08 left on the clock here in the first half. And Scott, you got to think they're gonna attack. They're not going to sit on it.
No, I don't think they're going to sit on this lead. They're going to try to pad it a little bit before halftime.
And here's Downs firing it out quick to the left. And there's a move by Stewart, and he gets knocked out of bounds as Eli Baker come up and did a good job of holding him.
Eli Baker.
Yeah, that was just one-on-one out there on that side, and Eli Baker broke down and made a tackle there to prevent a bigger gain.
So it is 2nd and about 3 on the Red Devil 48-yard line, 55 seconds left. And now Coach Porter is going to have a word with our wonder what the discussions are.
Coach Porter is discussing something with the referee. And he doesn't look like he's satisfied with that discussion. And I think they're wanting to put more time on the clock, Shane.
It's
what it
1:02,
sounds like.
isn't it?
Yeah. We were down to 55 seconds, and the officials added time back on it. They snapped the ball with 1:08 on that last play, and I know more than 6 seconds elapsed off the clock during that play.
So Downs. And now he fires it across the middle. It is complete, and this one is going to go to the house. As Downs hits Dalton Stewart for the touchdown, and that is 48 yards.
You know, we've called his name all night, Romine, the running back, and he actually stood up in the backfield, and before the snap, I thought they were going to blow that dead, and I think the Red Devil defense thought that too. They kind of paused there for a second, and it gave Salem an opportunity to make a play there.
So touchdown, 56 seconds left here in the first half, and now here's the good old swinging gate extra point. And the 2-point conversion is good. They have the signal, so that makes it 28-0 now.
And with 56 seconds remaining here until halftime.
I haven't seen the swinging gate in a while. Have you, Scott?
It's been a minute or two since I've seen that.
So the Red Devils have 56 seconds left here in the first half, trailing 28-0.
You made the statement earlier, Shane, we've seen every formation tonight from Salem. I think at the time you said that, you were not quite correct, but now I think you can say that definitively. With the swinging gate, we've seen every offensive formation. Salem has brought out the entire playbook tonight.
And I mean, we have seen shotgun, we've seen offset eye, we've seen full house backfield, we've seen empty backfield.
We've seen straight up eye formation.
We've seen everything.
And we've seen the swinging gate on an extra point.
I mean, it is, kudos to the Greyhounds. They throw the whole book at you.
They do. And it's a pretty hefty book at this point.
But, you're down 28-0, but we've talked about it during, our breaks and stuff. The Red Devil defense has played really hard out here in the first half.
They have played very hard and just
got some stops.
But they've also been on the wrong end of a couple of breaks, and you'd like to see them catch one or two of those and be able to capitalize on them.
So here's the kick, and it's another little squib trying to hit the soft spot, but that's Landon Phillips. Catches it, takes a knee.
They'll start first and 10 at their own 30.
So 55 seconds left, and Red Devils trail 28-0.
With 55 seconds remaining here until the half.
Scott going to have a special guest at halftime. Going to have Atkins Superintendent Dr. Lori Edgen joining me here on the air. So we're going to talk to her about the state of Atkins.
Something to look forward to. It should be a good interview.
Here's the handoff to Duval, and big Skylar Payne just picks him up off the ground and pats him on the back. Said, "You tried."
Yeah, Payne and number 24 Nolan Basham were in there as soon as Hayden Duval got the handoff. He had nowhere to run. Lost about 2 on that.
So the clock is running, 2nd and 12.
there's about an 8-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. The Red Devils will have to run one more offensive play.
And here's the handoff. No, Martin on the keeper.
And quarterback keeper.
That should be the end of the first half right there.
Along with Basham. And that'll be the end of the first half.
And the Red Devils trail 28-0 here on homecoming 2022 here at Limley Field Sorrel Stadium to the Greyhounds, 28-0. We're going to take a short 1-minute break and be back here with my halftime guest, Dr. Lori Edgen, the Atkins superintendent, and you're listening to Red Devil Football on the Eagle 99.3. To the Salem Greyhounds. It is homecoming here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium. Big crowd here tonight as we have alumni, we have reunions going on, and it's always a good time here on homecoming weekend. We just need the Red Devils to, we'd love to pull off that first win, but you know what? They are battling hard, and these guys are giving all they got out there, and that's all you can ask for as a Red Devil fan. Well, I'm joined here with my special guest, Dr. Lori Edgen, and Dr. Edgen, thank you for joining me here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
This is your second year here at Atkins, and we were talking off the air before we come on, and this conference that Atkins got thrown in, we have joked about it on the radio. It looked like the AAA just put a map up and threw darts at it and said, here's where Atkins is going.
That's right. We had a bad draw, definitely, for this conference. But I will have to say, you know, the mileage that we have to put on and the time that these boys and the coaches have to spend out of the classroom is unbelievable. But especially junior high, you have to give it to these boys. They don't miss school on Friday mornings. They're there. They're in the classroom. They're ready to go. And that says a lot about those boys and their work ethic, as well as the coaches and what they've instilled in these boys. And I have to give it to our teachers too. You know, they're flexible. They're working with these kids because when they have to leave at 11 o'clock on a day to make it to the game for that evening, it's hard. But they're doing it, and they're working with our team and our coaches, and they're stepping up.
I got to experience firsthand both these past Thursdays trips, and we bought. You know, everybody rolled back in over midnight, and like you said, we saw all the boys back in the school, and they were really trying. I mean, they were tired, but, you know, kudos to them for giving the Red Devil effort.
That's right, and that's exactly what it is. It's Red Devil pride. You know, they're committed. They're committed to football. They're committed to the classroom. They're committed to being the best student athlete they can be.
We have never, some of these teams we have never faced before, and we joke about the travels and stuff. We was wondering if we could get frequent flyer miles or anything, but you know, it's the hand you're dealt. You got to make the best of it, and you hope after the 2-year run of it that you get shifted back to the closer on the what we call closer, the western side.
Right, we're hoping, after we pay our dues, we get a little bit dealt back to us. We're hoping.
And we joked about, me and my broadcast partner was joking that Perryville always gets stuck with us. I mean, they go through everything that we go through. So,
Yes.
well, Dr. Edge, let's recap your journey here to Atkins. Just tell the Red Devil listeners what brought you here to Atkins.
Well, honestly, I've always heard about Atkins, heard about just the culture here and truly the Red Devil pride. And when the position came open, it wasn't a question in my mind whether I wanted to apply for it. And so I did, and it has been, I'm home now. I'm home, and I'm not. I didn't grow up here, but this is my home now.
Well, we love having you here, and I got to hear when we went to Bigelow on the opening night. I was up in their press box, and they was going, "Can we have her back and stuff?" And I said, "No, we've got her now and stuff." But I know they really love and miss you down there.
It's another small town school, and it just full of heart. And you can't beat districts like that are just small town and full of pride and full of just commitment to their community and to their school district.
Things that, I know you come here to Atkins, and one thing I know from being up here for the past, I'm not even going to say give my age away, but we're really excited about is after this football season is completed, we're going to have a new press box go in.
We're excited about it. So as soon as season's over, we're going to tear this press box down and build a complete new press box, 2-story press box. It's going to be outfitted with new technology. I mean, it's going to be state of the art. It's going to fit the rest of this landscape here at our football field, because our stadium here was one of the top. We have visitors come in. They say, this is one of the nicest fields they've been to. And now our press box is going to match. It's going to match our field house. It's going to really step it up.
I know I'm excited about that, and I know all the Red Devil fans will really appreciate it. And you are correct. A lot of people for a 3A school think that Atkins has one of the best setups here, and not having a turf field and stuff, it is a beautiful grass field.
Yes, we get lots of compliments on it. In fact, they ask all the time. They're asking Coach Porter all the time how he keeps it in this shape.
And Doctor, the state of Atkins athletics is really good right now. The basketball program girls basketball had success last year, making it to the postseason. Talking about the girls softball program, made it to the state finals. So sports here is really, I know we have preached and talked about it. We're not seeing the numbers this year in senior high football, but boy, we're seeing those 18 or 19 guys are playing their hearts out, and we know that it's gonna come back around.
That's right. These guys, they give everything they have every Friday night, and that's all we can ask for. And it will come back around. We've got a great junior high team, and it just goes in cycles, and we'll get there. And like I said, you just go out there and play every night with the pride, though.
Well, we love having you here, and I know you got 1 year under your belt, and now you're getting to establish things how you want here and stuff like that. And I know as an Atkins employee, we are very thankful that you're here and the progress that we're seeing that you put in to our school district, and we can't thank you enough.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and it's always a great day to be a Red Devil.
All right, Red Devil fans, that is Dr. Lori Edge and the Atkins Superintendent joining me Next week, we will be at Perryville. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock back down to Mustang Country. As we talked about in the first half, we've had some great battles with Perryville over the last 2 years. Matter of fact, the last 2 years, they've come down to the final play of the game on deciding the winner. So looking forward to going down to Perryville next Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Junior High Red Devils will be back home after they have traveled the world the last couple of weeks. They went to Melbourne 2 weeks ago, and they went to Salem last week. So I know they're excited to be back home next week and be here at Limley Field as they have a 4-1 record and having a great year. Ran into a buzzsaw last night, but still have some time left to go for that conference championship. Just need to finish up strong. They'll be here, and 7th grade will be in action too next week. All right, we still have about 6 minutes left here at the half, and then we'll take another break and come back and get you ready for second half action. You are listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. We'll be back in 3 minutes. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium, halftime. Red Devils trailing 28-0 to the Greyhounds. And Scott, I was looking at some scores here. Some of our conference opponents. Perryville's got a 14-0 lead in the first half on Yeovil. And trying to see what else we have here. Well, another Polk County school. Hector is running all over Johnson County west side. Russellville was in a tight one. with Mountain Home. And trying to find the scores here. They don't have many up tonight. Dardanelle is being shut out by Shiloh Christian, 27-0. Clarksville is down 35-0 to Alma at the half. And Russellville is leading Mountain Home 17-14 at the half. So Scott, we've talked about it here in the first half. We saw everything from Salem, but the kitchen sink. I joked about it a while ago on the air. We saw every kind of formation you wanted. We saw the power game. We saw the shotgun. We saw the offset eye. We've seen everything. We've seen the onside kick. We've seen the swinging gate. So Salem has just opened up the playbook and said, "Here, Atkins, guess what we're going to do next?"
And it kind of seems like that's been effective. The Red Devils have been guessing on a number of occasions on defense and have so far guessed wrong. And we've got our score set at 28-0 at the half here, with Salem in the lead.
But here's what we've seen the last two games. The Red Devils, being down at the half, have always managed to come out in that third quarter and establish a scoring drive.
Yeah, and you really need to see that to open up the second half here. We talked about it in the first half, had an opportunity with a turnover and then a penalty that gave us a short field, and we were just not able to capitalize on that good field position. But you would love to see the Red Devils come out. Of course, Salem's going to get the ball to start the second half, I believe. But when the opportunity comes for the Red Devil offense to get back on the field, you'd love to see them mount a drive, put some points on the board, and we talked about it all night. I just think that would do wonders for the entire team to be able to come out here and put together a drive and score a touchdown and get back in this game a little bit. It's not out of reach at this point.
We've seen, being down 28-0, if you are not watching, or if you're not looking at it like we're looking at it, you would think, oh, we're just getting run over and stuff. But the defense has made plays out here tonight, just couldn't capitalize on what they did. The interception, the holding them, stopping them on third down and 12. You got to get to the point where you can take advantage of those, and then things will start progressing.
Right, and it's just been, we've had the screen set up a couple of times where we've had blockers out in front, and the ball has just gone off a receiver's fingertips, or just haven't been able to quite make the connection there on that screen play. So some opportunities have been there. I feel like at this point the Red Devils have just left some points on the field by not capitalizing on those opportunities. And hopefully the coaches have got these guys together and said, hey, look, start the second half. Let's just go out there and just correct a few little things and score some points, put some points on the board.
Scott, I want to remind all of our listeners, last week we had our first Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game, and that was we owe our appreciation and thanks to Jennifer Taylor for providing that. And please go see Jennifer for all your mortgage needs. But Landon Seaton last week was our first initial Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game, so kind of excited to see who we're going to pick for Game 2 tonight.
Yeah, and I think at this point it's wide open. It's anybody's race. We need some guys to step up and stake their claim to that Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game title in the second half of this game.
All right, fans, 28-0, Red Devils trail. We have about a minute and a half left, so we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle, back in 1 minute.
do the kicking for the Red Devils.
All right, fans. We are ready to start third quarter action here. It is 28-0. Red Devils trail, and I've been waiting to say it the whole game. America's favorite kicker is teeing it up.
J.J. Cunningham.
He told me today at the pep rally, he said, "Is that my name, America's favorite?" I said, "You better believe it."
Let's see him put his foot into this one.
I'd say he's going to look for the soft spot.
I think so. That's kind of his MO. And right now he's looking over to this near side.
And here we go. We're under action. And it is a high one, and it goes straight out of bounds.
Cunningham's kick will travel out of bounds about the
In fact, one of the Red Devil cheerleaders was the closest one who could have
Fair catch.
called for a fair catch.
Yeah, she threw a pom-pom.
She
in the
did,
air.
yeah. That can be interpreted as a fair catch signal.
So it is 1st and 10 now for, well, lo and behold,
They're going to re-kick.
they're going to make us re-kick. They're going to give JJ an opportunity to work on this.
after the
To
delay
find
game
another
penalty, the
soft
Red Devils
spot.
be kicking off from the
I'm seeing right here, he comes over here this right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a pretty big opening in the middle of the field there.
So JJ has it teed up, and we're ready to try this again. And Downs is cheating up, and JJ, he hits that spot. It's on the ground, but it is picked up. And, oh, yeah, that one. Everybody saw that one as Phillips just pulled down Swingle by the mask. There was no, that, we make fun of the 5-yard ones, but that was
a
blatant.
15-yarder. Yeah, that was just looking for somewhere to make a tackle. And I don't think it was an intentional thing, but he reached up and grabbed the face mask and didn't let go of it, pulled the ball carrier down by that, and that's going to be 15 yards every time.
So it moves it down to the Red Devil 39-yard
So
line.
after the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds at the Red Devil 39.
And so Salem starts the first drive of the second half with good field position. The Red Devils defense is going to have to stand strong on this one.
And he is dotting, Romine is dotting the I. And here we go with Romine. And he gets about 5 right there.
For the Greyhounds.
As Bartlett
coming
was
up to
on the
make
stop.
For the Red Devil defense.
Gets to the 35-yard line. It will be 2nd and 6.
Sebastian Bartlett has made several plays tonight. Done a good job.
Is that a nod for our?
Well,
Did
I
he
think-
move ahead in the race?
I think he may be our early front runner for the Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game.
Downs is underneath center. Romine. Pitch out to the left side. Romine's got daylight, and Scott. Unless Phillips can run him down in the court. What
He did.
He stiff armed the helmet off of him.
Romine rumbles all the way
Wow.
to about the 4-yard line where he is bounced out of bounds by number
What
5,
a stiff arm.
And Phillips will have to come out again.
Yeah, Phillips lost his helmet, and it
came off.
rolled all the way over to the back fence over there.
So it's 1st and goal on the 4. What a stiff arm
That was
there.
a violent stiff arm.
Yeah. That's kind of, can we say, kind of Earl Campbellish there?
Shades of Earl.
Don't compare anybody to Earl Campbell. He ain't got nobody out there got ties to Earl Campbell.
So here's 1st and goal. Romine's going to walk right in, untouched. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Number 18, Elijah Romine.
So we are at 34-0 now with 11:09 left here in the third. And Scott, there's our swinging gate again.
Swinging gate. With that the exact
And the 2-point conversion is no good.
2-point conversion is denied by the Red Devil defense. And with 11:09 remaining,
So it is now 34 to
Now the
nothing.
visiting Greyhounds 34, the Red Devils 0.
So the swinging gate did not fool the Red Devils that time.
No.
Able to stand up and keep the Greyhounds out of the end zone for the 2-point conversion to hold it at 34 to nothing.
That's I can go with. That's one of the most violent stiff arms I've seen down here in high school football.
That's serious, yeah.
I mean, Phillips' helmet hit the fence that's behind the.
If the fence hadn't been there, it might have dinged off the side of the old gym over there.
Yeah. Or could have landed in Robert and Becky's front yard over
Could
there.
have. But Phillips was able to hold on and push him out of bounds.
So 11:09 left. Red Devils now will have their first opportunity here with the football. And like we said, the last two games we've talked about, they've always managed to pull off that scoring drive in the third quarter. So hopefully, maybe we'll see that.
Yeah, I think Coach Matt Porter talked about this in the coaches show before the game, that last week, the second half, the Red Devils played a much better game. And he just said we haven't been able to put 48 minutes together. And of course, you're in a big hole here to start the second half, but this is a good opportunity for the Red Devils to mount a drive.
Here's that onside squib kick, and wow, Sims is going to pick it up this time. And there's a horse collar. Throw that flag. There it is.
Came from the official on the far side.
Sims right there was doing Arkansas's bumper pull like, I'm going to go.
He didn't just pounce on the onside kick that time. He picked it up and ran with it. And they're going to tack on 15 more yards for the horse collar tackle there.
It's a personal foul, and Red Devils will have great field position right now. And, Scott, that's just Sims being right there thinking, you know what? I need to add a spark.
Just making a play.
Yeah, find a spark.
And that's what the Red Devils need. We need somebody to come up. Sims had the long catch in the first half, the dynamic catch, and I think we had some technical difficulties. Those of you who are watching on YouTube probably missed that, but it was a great catch, and he makes another play here, the heads-up play on the onside kick return.
So here's Martin rolling to the left, and Martin's going to get that. Boy, he's got to keep that football. He let that football out there. But Martin's going to be sacked back for about a 7-8 yard loss.
Looked like maybe some confusion there. The offensive lineman picking up the rushers from the Salem defense. And somebody got through and put pressure on Jaden Martin, and he just wasn't able to do anything with the ball there.
But right there in that, if you're teaching right there, Martin's got to keep that ball
keep it
close.
close.
Yeah. Martin shotgun formation. Hayden Duval in the backfield with him. Martin dropping straight back, and they're going for that screen, and it's swatted down as Spencer Jackson swatted it down.
Good play by Jackson there for the Salem defense. Wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, but you're taught as a defender, if you can't get there, get your hands in the air, try to disrupt the pass, and he did just that.
Scott, it seems like everything that Coach Porter's trying to dial up, Salem's got an answer for it.
Yeah, it does. It's just haven't been able to connect on these.
Here's a handoff. Duval's he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage right there. As Nick Ortiz
makes the stop
along with Spencer Jackson.
Bring up 4th and 19.
So here we are, 4th and 19, and you just need a big play.
Yeah, going to have one here.
So shotgun formation. Hayden Duval in the backfield with him. Twins to the left and right. Here it is. Martin dropping straight back. He lets it fly down the middle of the field. He's got Reinhardt. Reinhardt makes the tackle down, makes the catch, and is tackled at the 11-yard line.
And Jay Martin has looked Drake Reinhardt's way several times tonight, and they just haven't been able to connect on that play. They were able to get together, and it was a big gain, big first down for the Red Devils there on the 4th and 19. Huge conversion.
Martin, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Martin's going to get rid of it. Oh, and it goes out of bounds.
Martin's pass intended for Sims.
Well, that was dangerous right there.
Yeah, he had Lucas Sims in the area, but he was under a lot of pressure there from a couple of Salem defenders, and lucky that that one wasn't picked off. Looks like there's a Salem player
We
who's
have an announcement. A
slow to get up.
wallet has been found.
So
If you lost your
now here comes the
wallet,
Salem
it's in the
coach.
press box to claim.
And that is, if I can see, that is
number 33,
Leighton Birmingham
Birmingham.
shaking up on the play.
Left-handed variety. Thank you, sir. All right. No problem, man.
Martin, shotgun formation. Duval in the backfield with him. Martin dropping straight back, looking to the left out there, and it is hit, and it's intercepted, and that's going to be Nolan Bassam.
By number 24, Nolan Basham.
There's a flag on the far side of the play.
Yeah. And the Salem coach doesn't look happy.
Yeah, that flag was thrown at the snap. And because they didn't blow that dead,
And now here comes their offense.
yeah.
And we're going to have procedure against the Red Devils, and it will be declined. It'll be 1st and 10 now, Salem. So, big play, and just can't finish it. And
Yeah.
you made you feel bad for them. They just need to get over that hump.
It just seems like it's that way week after week this season. It's just kind of a hard luck season for the Red Devils so far. And like you said, you make a big play to convert on 4th and 19, get the ball at the 11, and just not able to punch it in.
So here's Downs. Downs handing off to Romine, going over the left side. And Scott Romine's off and running again, and he's going to go. He is going to take this to the house, 80 yards.
Yeah, 80 yards for the touchdown.
Greyhounds.
Wow.
Number 18, Elijah Romine.
And that young man has amassed a few yards tonight. He's got to be gassed.
80-yard run for Elijah Romine. So it is now 40-0.
Salem is in the swinging gate formation again.
And here we go. Downs, shotgun formation. Man come in motion. Downs going to run with it this time, and Downs is going to walk in with it. 2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion is good.
So our
by
score is now Salem
Lucas
42-0.
Downs. And with 8:48 remaining here in the third, it's now visiting Greyhounds 42, the Red Devils.
And that will
0.
trigger the running clock for the remainder of this one.
Elijah Romine, boy, noticed when he broke through and stuff, he looks like a freight train out there.
He's a big kid, physical runner, but he's also got speed, and he put it on display on that run. Just able to get out in the open field and leave a couple of Red Devil defenders in his wake.
So the Red Devils now trail 42-0 here in the third to the Salem Greyhounds. And they are running like Greyhounds tonight. No pun intended.
They are for a fact.
I'm looking right here, Scott. Elijah Romine is 6'1", 191. That is a big running back. Oh, there's a misread, but Hayden Duval picks it up. First time he gets to touch one on the kickoff return, and boy, they did a good job right there as they corralled him on about the 21.
Basham able to bring down Duval. Red Devils will start 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
We talked about J.J. Cunningham for the Red Devils trying to find the spot in the Salem return game where there was nobody there to pick it up, and that's exactly what Salem did. They put it right between Drake Reinhardt and Hayden Duval, and I think each of them thought the other one was going to field the ball, and Hayden picked it up there at the last minute and was able to bring it out to about the 24.
On the road next Friday night, they'll travel to Perryville to take on Mustangs for their second conference game of the year.
So it'll be shotgun formation for Martin. He's got Duval in the backfield with him, twins to the left and the right. And it's going to be handoff Duval, and Duval he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, Scott, as he was wrapped up by Ortiz along with Spencer Jackson, Nolan Bassam.
Yeah, just nowhere for Hayden to run on that one. Stood up at the line of scrimmage, and really before he got to the line of scrimmage, they're going to say he lost 3 yards to make it 2nd 13.
So now Martin has Phillips and Duval in the backfield with him. Dropping straight back, fires out in the flat, and it's a little bit short as it was intended for Reinhardt.
Reinhardt goes incomplete and will bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Red Devils.
So it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Red Devils. We are under 6 minutes left here in the third. Homecoming night here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium. Here's the snap. Martin rolling out, looking, and oh wow, and it's going to be intercepted. Martin forced that one right there, and that is Aiden Swingle on the interception.
You said it, Shane. I think it's just a case where Jaden Martin's trying to make a play, just trying to force the ball in there, and Swingle's able to come up with the interception, and it sets Salem up again with great field position at the Red Devil 20.
As we're at the 5-minute mark here in the third, Red Devils trailing 42-0. Downs, quarterback for the Greyhounds, and it's going to be a reverse, and here comes that is Dalton Stewart, and he gets inside the 10 there.
He's brought down by number 21
as
Jones.
Logan Bozak was in on the stop.
Dalton Stewart set up out on the left side, was split out that direction, and the fake to the lone setback in that formation, and Stewart came on the end around and made a nice gain on 1st down. It sets him up with 2nd and short.
This is Caleb Lessering on the carry, and he's going to be stopped.
Caleb Listenring on the carry. He is
Our clock keeper's making the play right there.
He's spotting for us, trying to help us out with the
2nd and 0
down
call.
and distance. Yeah.
The 1st down marker was the 10. The ball was on the 10. That's 2nd and 0. Yeah.
So it's now 2nd and goal on the 8-yard line. And there's Lessering again, and he's going to get into the end zone as he weaseled his way through there, fought through 2 Red Devils, Reinhardt along with Brendan Jones for the touchdown.
Really good effort there by Lessering. Had a couple of Red Devil defenders who looked like they had him at about the 5-yard line, and he just kept his legs churning. Broke a couple of tackles there, and then broke one more as he went over the goal line for the touchdown.
And once again, here's the swinging gate. And bad snap. And they're still going to get the 2-point conversion. Everything's going right for them.
Ortiz is over for the 2-point conversion. And with 2:40 left here in the third,
It is now 50 to nothing. Salem.
Your hometown Red Devils 0.
Like you said, Shane, that bad snap on the swinging gate play, and it still went right for Salem. So they say it's better to be lucky than good, and tonight Salem has both.
Yeah.
They're good and they're lucky.
And I'm not taking Salem's a very, talented team. They're gonna be right up at the top of this conference.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting for the top
Owen
spot in
Duffy
the
is set to
conference.
tee it up and kick it off.
You've
Greyhounds.
seen every kind of offense. They're big, they're powerful, they can run, and they can throw it when they have to. They've got a lot.
And like we said earlier in the broadcast, they use the run really well to set up the pass. They don't pass a lot, but when they do, at least tonight, it's been very effective.
So Salem has it teed up, and this is Owen Guffey with it teed up, and there's the kick right down the middle of the field. It's going to be taken by Bartlett, and Bartlett's going to get across the 30.
Up to about the 31-yard line.
And he gets to the 31. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils as we near the 1-minute mark here in the third.
Skylar Payne.
So Red Devils 1st and 10. They mark it on the 32.
They're all juniors and sophomores.
They are.
Jaden Martin, shotgun formation. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Martin going over the left side. He's going to get across the 35 to the 36.
He'll rumble up to about the 36-yard line. where
Scott, that is, we've just been handed their classifications and stuff, and that's it's a scary thought.
Yeah, a lot of sophomores and juniors dotting the roster for Salem, so they're going to be a force in the 3A2, not just this year, but next year as well.
And that's into the third.
That's going to bring it into the third quarter here at Limley Field. Red Devils trail 50-0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle back in All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Atkins, Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium. We get ready to start the fourth quarter play. It is 50-0. Salem over the Red Devils. Red Devils will have 2nd and 5. Martin shotgun, empty backfield. And he's going to hit Phillips across the middle, and that was a good pass right there. Direct and sharp.
Yeah, that was Dawson Killer on the receiving end of that one. And, we said it before that Jaden has been a little tentative at times tonight with his running and with his passing at times, but that time he was very decisive. He stepped right into it. Dawson Killer breaking across the middle there was able to pull it in for the first down reception.
So 1st and 10, Red Devils on their own 44. Jaden waiting for the snap. Here it is, and he looks out to the right, and it's complete. Oh no, Sims couldn't hold on to it as he went to the ground. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10.
Sims just couldn't adjust to the ball, a little behind him there, and he was kind of out of position when he came out of his break on his route there, and
He gave a good effort.
just couldn't bring it in. Yeah, had it in his hands for a moment. When he went to the field, it popped free.
Once again, Red Devil fans, we want to remind you, next Friday we will be in Perryville, Arkansas, Mustang Country. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Here's Martin, and Martin's pass is swatted down at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Red Devils.
And I believe that was number
Martin's
18,
pass was batted
Romine.
away by Romine.
What's he not doing tonight?
I can't think of a thing. He's done everything. He has not thrown a touchdown pass
I wonder if he
yet.
drives the bus.
He may do it.
So it is 3rd and 10. Oh, now we got flags flying.
Gonna be procedure on the Red Devils.
Illegal procedure. Back up the Red Devils 5 yards.
Bring up 3rd and 15.
Scott talked about it at halftime. Junior high Red Devils will be back home next week, and I'm sure they're going to be glad after traveling the countryside,
Seeing the sights of Arkansas.
northeast Arkansas.
We've given Chuck Dovish a run for his money traveling Arkansas the last couple of
Golly.
weeks.
But they're going to be home against Perryville, and 7th grade will be in action 5:30, and then junior high will be at 7. Here's Martin, and that ball's tipped, but Sims was able to haul it in,
Lucas Sims on the receiving end of the batted Martin.
and that'll bring up 4th and 15 now.
He brought down
That's that
by
screen they've been
number
trying to
7,
set up
Braden
a couple of times tonight, and able to connect that time, but
He'll
just
bring up
not enough blocking there for that to materialize and turn into a positive gain for the Red Devils. Brings up 4th down.
So here's Martin's kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 35, and that is Riggs. And Riggs is going to get all the way back to the Red Devil line of scrimmage, a little past it.
Yeah.
Jaden Martin kick. He's run out of bounds at about the 37-yard
That
line.
was Jaden's best punt of the night, and
For the Greyhounds.
Salem turned it into a good return, and it sets them up again in great field position.
1st and 10 on the Red Devil 37-yard line. As we're under 8 minutes left in the game, Red Devils trail 50-0. Scott, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to the Atkins volleyball program. They had a undefeated week. They beat Rosebud and Dover in big conference wins. Here's Downs, and that is Lessering on the carry,
Leisenring on the carry.
and he'll be close to the 1st down.
Landon Phillips on the stop.
And it will be 2nd and 1 for the Greyhounds. Downs underneath center, takes the snap, and here's Lessering again, and he's going to get the 1st down as Jaden Martin pulls him down with Eli
Picked
Baker.
up by Jaden Martin and Eli Baker. Will be a 1st down for Greyhounds at the Red Devil.
Scott, one thing Dr. Edger was talking about at halftime is she said this is going to be a state-of-the-art press box coming in here. And so we're really looking forward to that next year.
We are.
I guess they're probably going to call our room the meat locker because we keep it pretty cold.
It is pretty cool in here.
Lessering on the handoff. He's going to get about 4 right there.
Some people might argue that we need to have that thermostat set really low to counter all the hot air that leaves you during the broadcast. They wouldn't say it to our face. You know?
No.
It's 3rd and 53 at the 47. We're here. This was September 27th.
So it is now 2nd and 6 as we are about 5.5 left in the contest. Here's the snap. Oh, we got a loose ball, and Bartlett comes running in on him, and now Downs is taking off, and Downs is going to be run down by Eli Baker.
Pursued by Eli Baker.
Coming down to make the play. He'll drop quarterback Lucas Downs for a loss all the way back to the 29-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and about 17 for the Greyhounds. Downs is going to be in shotgun this time, and Lessering is in the backfield with him, a handoff to him, and he goes around the right side, and he's got daylight, and Phillips is trying to run him down, and he will, and Phillips does that
Number 5, Landon Phillips.
belly-to-belly slam.
Weisering.
I thought that was going to be a game for first down there. It looked like Lessering was going to keep moving around the right side and pick up the first down, but credit to Landon Phillips for coming up and changing plans there. Was able to bring him down and keep him from making the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and 7 here for Salem, and it looks like they are lining up to go for it.
And here's Downs with the handoff, and Lessering is going over the left side, and we've got a flag on the play as Baker
He is dragged down.
rode him down with Killer.
There is a flag at about the 17-yard line.
But we do have a flag, so let's see what this call is as we're under 4 minutes left.
Drake Reinhardt was in on that one too, and he was saying that he was held, and I think
That is our call.
that is a call.
Holding against the Greyhounds is declined, and the ball will go on down.
So they'll turn it over on downs there. Give the Red Devils another possession here in the 4th quarter with the clock running. Again, Shane, we're taking the ball on our own 18-yard line, so field position, 17. Field position has not
Been good.
been in favor of the Red Devils tonight.
We've had 2 or 3 drives where we got breaks and had a chance right there, but most of the time we've been very deep
Yeah.
here tonight. So now we're going to have timeout Greyhounds. So with that, we'll take a break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle back in 30.
Devils on the road in conference play next Friday night.
All right, Red Devil fans, back
Perryville
here
take on the Mustangs.
at Limley Field Sorrel Stadium. 3 minutes left. Red Devils trailing tonight 50-0 to the Salem Greyhounds. Red Devils will have 1st and 10 on their own 17. Here's the handoff to Duval. Hayden Duval. And he's going to be run out of bounds on about the 21 right there.
Duval on the carry. He's knocked out of bounds by Jacob Welch.
So, actually, they're going to mark him at the 20. Gain of about 3 will make it 2nd and 7. Martin, shotgun formation. Duval in the backfield with him. And it's going to be a handoff Duval. Duval going over the right side. Duval cutting back, and Duval's trying to get away, and he gets close to the 30.
Number 4, Stephen Riggs.
But he's going to have a 1st and 10.
Good job by the right side of that Red Devil offensive line, opening up a hole for Hayden to run through. They're going to pick up the 1st down there.
As we're there in a minute and a half left in the contest tonight. Martin in the shotgun. He has twins to the left. Duval's in the backfield with him. Here's the handoff. Duval going over the left side now, cutting up the middle. Duval going to get out to about the 33-yard line.
Welch once again making a stop for the Greyhounds.
So 1 minute mark now left in tonight's game here at homecoming at Limley Field.
Richard Austin, a former Red Devil who
Sims a little slow getting up there, made his way off the Red Devil sideline.
Thank you, Richard Austin.
Logan Bozak
for doing that.
checks in his place.
Empty backfield, shotgun formation. Here's Martin firing out to the left, and it's caught by Phillips. Phillips has got a lane down the sideline, and Phillips is going to be run out of bounds
Martin's pass is complete to number 5.
inside the Greyhound 35.
On the far sideline.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, and Scott, I think that's going to be it as the clock gets down to 10 seconds. Red Devils are going to fall to 0-5 on the year and 0-1 in conference. And that's going to be it. The final score is Salem 50, the Atkins Red Devils 0. We're going to take a 1 minute break, and we'll come back and wrap up tonight's game and give you the Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. Back. All right, Red Devil fans, we're back here at Limley Field, Sorrel Stadium, as we wrapping up tonight's homecoming game. And it was a rough night again for the Red Devils, Scott, but we saw effort, saw some plays made defensively, just couldn't capitalize when we had chances to. Like you said, missed passes here and there, just missing just those plays right there that, you know, if you make one of them, it's going to put you over the hump, and it's going to happen for them. They're going to keep working to get to that.
Yeah, it's just, you know, we've talked about it all year long. The roster is low and somewhat depleted through injuries on top of that, and these guys need to catch a break. And
Right.
A couple of times tonight, it just seemed like we're so close to getting that, just especially early on with that screen pass we tried to set up in the first half. It was there a couple of times, just couldn't make the connection. And you know, we said it several times during the broadcast. With this team, you feel like because they've had so much adversity, because they have they have run into so much difficulty halfway through the season so far. They're a little bit fragile, and you feel like if they could get one of those breaks to go their way, if they could turn one of those turnovers into points, if they could finish one of those drives, if they could connect on one of those screen passes with the blockers out in front and turn that into a long game, this might have been a different game. But as the late great Joe Funderburg, one of the great teachers here at Atkins, used to say, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Well, that is a good way to wrap this one up tonight. But once again, I mean, our heart goes out. The kids played hard. They give it everything they had.
Yeah,
and,
great effort. You can't question the effort.
And it just, they're still searching for one of those plays to happen, and it's going to happen. You know that it is, and you just feel it. But they come out here and show the Red Devil pride, and they play hard, and they had a great crowd here tonight. And I know these people are going to leave knowing those kids gave their hearts out there tonight. Well, Scott, we talked about it, and we're going to go with our Thrive Mortgage player of the game. We're going to go with Sebastian Bartlett tonight for his defensive effort.
Yeah, Sebastian made several big plays on defense. Was always around the ball and was really physical tonight in his play. And I don't mean to sound so surprised by that.
Right.
He's played well so far this season, but we talked about the physical nature of the Salem run game, and especially number 18, Elijah Romine. Big kid, fast kid, runs downhill, and several times tonight Sebastian stepped in the hole, put his shoulder into that big running back and was able to bring him down, and for that we award him our Thrive Mortgage player of the game.
All right, Red Devil fans, we will come back again next week. Next Friday, we're going down to Perryville. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock, and you can hear the game on 99.3 The Eagle, or you can also watch it on the ARD Sports Network. We'll be on the air around 6:50 with a pregame, and hoping for a victory down in Perryville next. Like we said, last 2 years, great ball games with the Mustangs. Both ball games coming down to the final plays of the game. So we're looking for the good rivalry, because Perryville has always stuck with us, and no matter what conference we get thrown to, the Mustangs are always there in that conference too. So we're looking forward to going down and having a good battle with the Mustangs next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and again, we expect a great effort from these Red Devils. They gave a great effort tonight. Just didn't get the bounces that they needed, didn't get the breaks that they needed, came up short tonight. But it's a new week, and I'm sure these coaches will have these guys ready for another conference game next week at Perryville.
All right, Red Devil fans, that's going to be it here tonight. Red Devils fall 50-0 on homecoming here at Limley Field to the Salem Greyhounds. I'm Shane Martin, man calls all you Red Devil action. My broadcast partner is